Great Valley! Today is January 31st, day 6. I'm Dia.
And I'm Emily. And now to your pledge.
And now please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy Friday, Great Valley! Wow, it's been so cold lately. I just can't wait for the sun to come out.
But Dia, the snow provides excellent jokes, and it's perfect for building snowmen. Do you know any good jokes?
Actually, I do. Where do snowmen go to dance? The snowball!
Speaking of snowball, the winter dance is tomorrow, and it's supposed to be frostastic.
I can't wait. Do you know of any other frostastic events going on at school?
Yes, I do. The Tech Ed class has been working hard on building cornhole boards. Let's take a peek.
Hi, I'm Hayden Wagaman, and I'm with Great Valley's Technology, Engineering, and Design class, and they have just made a whole lot of cornhole boards. Tyler, what was the inspiration behind your cornhole design?
We had to make something to send to the Desmond for either auctioned off or just keeping there to play. We had to research the technical specifications for standard cornhole.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced making your board?
Probably say like the wood that we started out with. It had a bunch of holes, and we had to make up some like stuff out of sawdust and fill up all the holes before we started like sanding it down.
I'm here with Diego, and I just wanted to know real quick, what inspired the design here?
I don't know, we just wanted to make it look like a classical look with the wood finish, and then also have some of the school colors.
How did teamwork help you make this board?
Well, we all did different parts. So we started by, me and Tyler made the frame, had him make the face plate. Tyler did the legs.
6 times.
6 times, yeah. That's besides the point.
Yeah, he bolted everything together. I had the job of pre-drilling the screws in, so I used the drill, did that. You actually screwed the screws.
Yeah.
Why is CADing so important to the design process?
So you could sort of see and map out how the cornhole boards are put together.
What new skills did you learn while making your cornhole?
Definitely learned perseverance and like problem solving. Like all our measurements were like 1/8 inch off like to start, but we cut around it, tried and like cut some corners a little, but I think the final product turned out pretty well.
Mr. Viviani, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I was wondering, when are we gonna get a new microphone top?
Because they didn't really have respect for the product that we took months to develop, and before I found it back on my desk in shambles. We are currently printing another one, and we're hoping that it doesn't get treated like the first one did.
Wow, that looked like so much fun. You know what else is fun?
Oh, Great Valley Drama Guild's production of Funny Girl seems fun.
It really does. I heard tickets are on sale.
Yeah, on the Drama Guild website, and it seems pretty happy too.
It does sound happy. Speaking of happy, let's see some happy habits. Today's episode is on self-esteem.
I'm Max, and I'm with Dr. Turgeon,
Mrs. Radcliffe,
and we're going to be talking about self-esteem. What do you notice about your students' self-esteem?
I teach 9th and 11th and 12th, and definitely in 9th grade, kids are still finding their way, finding their niche, what they're good at. While the 11th, 12th graders kind of have some more confidence because they kind of have more experience.
I notice that my students with high self-esteem, they're more likely to participate and help other people.
What are some simple ways to practice improving your self-esteem?
You can practice your self-esteem or raising your self-esteem by being kind and knowing your strengths.
I think finding small victories during the course of the day is a big one. If you have huge long-term goals, break into short-term goals, because once you feel that success, it kind of builds on it.
How do you maintain a high self-esteem?
I maintain a high self-esteem by trying to help others when I can and treating my students with kindness and respect.
It's like a balloon. It kind of inflates and deflates, and depending on the day, it might be a little bit lower and stuff. And true confidence is that even when you face adversity, you can kind of keep that confidence.
Many students come to student services. Sometimes it is regarding their self-esteem, which they may not be feeling very good about themselves. And some of the things we do is that we meet with them regularly. We help sometimes give them homework to help improve that. Start talking to yourself in a positive way.
know, Dia, I could use some of those happy habits in my life.
Me too, Emily. You know, lately I've been having trouble holding space for happy habits.
I understand. Maybe some senioritis? Well, do we have a segment for you? Take a look at some of these lovely second semester senior tips.
Hi, I'm Phoebe. I'm a senior, and today we took a look at what seniors' mindsets are going into their second semester. And first, let's hear some tips from guidance.
There will be scholarships available for you to apply. The applications will be in Canvas. These are scholarships. Most of them in there will be just money devoted to you.
I know it's a time where a lot of you want to take your foot off the brake a bit, but be careful on that. It's really important that you keep your grades up in the second semester. Mid-year reports will be going out to every college that you've applied to. Please continue to check both your school and personal email for important information. For those seniors who are unsure of their plans after graduation, please reach out to your counselor. We are here to help you. We don't want you graduating from high school and just have no plan of what to do next.
I know I have a lot of questions about finishing high schools, but let's hear from some other seniors.
What's the first thing you should do after you graduate? I'd like to hear from Mystery Road.
Seniors, as soon as you graduate, you know what the first thing you shouldn't do is? You should not light up a cigar and you should not smoke it. That's what you should not do, because if you do, I'm gonna run around that little field and be like, oh, and I'm gonna smack that lit cigar right out of your hand.
What's the one thing you would bring to college? And I'd like Mr. Watson to answer.
Please take to college a willingness to get to know people who are not like you.
What's one thing to do before graduation? And I'm asking Miss Smith.
I'm all about quality time, so I would encourage you guys to go out, spend quality time with your friends, your family, do something special with your friend group, take your parents out to a special breakfast, lunch, dinner, and capture the memories as you go.
What's one song I should listen to on graduation? And I want to ask Miss Lutz.
The song I would play on graduation is Congratulations by Post Malone.
What is one book I should read before graduating? Mr. J.
The Kurt Vonnegut, Harrison Bergeron. Basically, a cautionary tale about what happens when we try to make everything equal.
And speaking of books, here's some other books you might consider reading.
So one book that's kind of a lighthearted and fun feel-good book that seniors and anyone might enjoy is Good Morning, Good Night. It's little pep talks each day. You can start with the good morning poem and then finish your day with the good night poem that corresponds to it.
So one of my favorite books about empowerment is Abby Wambach's book called Wolfpack. The title comes from the fact that she says that women need to realize that they are not Little Red Riding Hood in the old fairy tale. They should see themselves as being the wolf in that story.
David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. It begins with a biblical story of David conquering Goliath, even though it seemed like all the odds were against him. And then it goes into a bunch of different stories that are all some kind of David fighting a Goliath. And they all can be read individually under the idea of the underdog winning.
You think you could use any of those tips, Dia?
I sure do. I really like the one from Mr. Watson, to meet people and like yourself.
I like that one too. Very helpful. Speaking of stepping out of our comfort zone, this next segment is about trying something new. French baking.
Oui, let's look at some baking in French Club. Bon voyage.
When I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through.
This event we chose pudding chômeur, which is a Québécois recipe. It translates to unemployed person's pudding, and it is a Canadian recipe that was first created at the beginning of the Great Depression. And I think food is just such an easy way to just get a taste of other cultures. Using maple syrup, which is an ingredient that is super common in Canada, in the Quebec region in particular. And there's a lot of debates about what is authentic food, and I think part of it is using the foods that are from that area, but that's not always accessible to us where we live, time of year, season. So I think as long as you keep an open mind and know that your dish might not turn out exactly how it turns out where it's originally made, it can still turn out really delicious, and it's still a great way to appreciate other cultures. Is a cake with a maple syrup sauce, and so the first step is to combine the heavy cream and the maple syrup, and you essentially bring that to a boil and make almost a caramel with it, and that goes into the bottom of your baking dish. And then once you have that, it's a super simple vanilla cake recipe, and you just pour the batter on top and you bake it, and when it comes out, it has this lovely maple syrup sauce on the bottom.
this dish a 10 out of 10.
Same, me too.
I rated it an 8 out of 10 because I burnt my mouth and it kind of hurt.
10 out of 10.
That's all for your morning announcements. I'm Dia.
And I'm Emily. Make it a great day, Great Valley.